But yeah, like that's why I said, like, my point here is that this is very, very timely and very useful. So thank you for sharing that with the audience.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if these days, if you can't be good on camera and you can't own the stage, whatever stage that is, you're not going to make an impact and you'll be limited in the amount of money you can make. And you got to make money to have a bigger impact. It's just that's the way it
Exactly.
snowballs. And so it's so important. And it's funny, there's a lot of people who are good on a stage, but they're crappy in video because they just don't understand that you're not talking to a camera. That's what they get stuck on, the whole idea of the camera and maybe even how they look. But really, what I teach people to do is, even if you're looking at a camera and even if I'm doing a webinar and you're not in front of me, Fu, I still picture the audience. I still imagine who you are out there and what you might be like and what you might be interested in, and I feel a connection energetically to you. And that's not real woo-woo either. It's true. And that makes all the difference. I talk about receiving your audience and not just talking at them. And it's a subtle, subtle
Receiving your
difference.
audience.
But
I'm just talking on.
yeah, people, it's like, what does that mean? We're all givers. We're taught, especially people that are in these mission driven businesses, we're givers and we're taught to give, and giving is great. But how can you receive? Because communication is two-way, even if you're just in front of a camera. So, some people are good on camera and they're horrible on a stage. So, I try and help people be good in both. But it's really interesting how, our psychology plays into a lot of this, and really affects how we come across.
Receiving the audience, like I heard, like feeling the audience, right? Like that's a common one, but receiving the audience, it's not a term that I've heard before. And that's why you notice, right? My face was like thinking, right? I
What?
went through my thinking phase. And I really like it because that goes back to like the energy thing, right? Like it's not just, it's receiving the energy, not just feel like, oh, like if they're bored or not, right? It's not just that, it's just really
Yeah,
connect, right?
exactly. Yes. Yes. How can you connect to the audience no matter who they are, where they are, an audience of one or many? It's that connection so important, and people will feel it from you if that's the way your communication is happening versus if your intention is, I have this great information and I have to give it to you. It doesn't come across as well as, hey, let's have a communication.